Alrighty, folks. Welcome on back to Cyber Knights Flashpoint. Last time we had a showdown on the hospital rooftop, and it did not go the way that I was expecting it to. Not even close. All right, so I'm guessing shift is rewind, tab is play. No, that's advanced timeline. That's fast forward timeline. All right, so we get a new message in 24 hours. Lemon recovers. So Lemon recovering from their injuries. 2 days. Dade gets back with his legwork in 4 days. We got a barracks, command HQ, and cold storage. Let's go to cold storage because we got lots of stuff in here. Does this mean we get or it costs? Let's try it with one of the cheap corporate invoices. So 4K. Records of payments to dispose of hazardous waste in unregulated zones. It's 100 QP. I really want to know what size stuff they're using. Origin architect, decrypted contents, secret file contents from backers. Oh, I can sell it. Okay, so is that all that we can do with the invoices, is just sell them? We didn't get any blueprints. They're just files. Is that really all that we want to do? Is sell these files? Information on individuals selected to experimental drugs, tech, or procedures may include results, reverse reactions, and current mental physical states. For right now, I don't think I'm going to sell these. I think I'm going to hold on to them. So we got team power level 0.34. NS cubes. Nano-bearing substrate cubes are the raw material components required for modern nanofab forms. And then we've got United Digitals, which UDs, Digis, Creds, UDAs, UDubs, dollars, bucks, Creds, and lettuce? Oh, yeah, lettuce. Why is cheddar not in there? Anyway, we got the market, our inventory, contacts, journal, help. What is on the... Whoa. Market. Upon loading into active memory, grants the following talent. Attack. Okay, then. I'm assuming that we'll get these figured out at some point. Max range, max or extra recoil. We could get new weapons. And we do have a compare option. Cool. Cyber decks. All right. Oh, we actually have a lot of stuff in our inventory currently. All right, so that was cold storage. There are no missions available at this time. So I can discuss roster or cancel. Let's discuss. Cybernetic surgery takes time. Splicing something into the spine goes deep. Nothing keeps Lemon down. He'll be back in the game before you know it. Running a heist team requires knowing when to be patient and when to go fast. For now, we need to wait at the safe house. Advance time with the play button. I don't wanna. I want to talk to everybody. Whoa. Oh, this is part of my roster. So, loyalty, class training. We didn't quite get to level 2 on anybody. Oh, he did. Lemon did, but Lemon's recovering for 2 days. So I guess we'll get a level when we're done. Missions and messages. I have to admit, I thought we were DOA. Gunned down on the rooftop by some Ultratech goons before Lemon even got his wires. We're lucky to have Dade watching over us. We've got to be able to lean on each other. I'm glad you know Dade has all our backs. Maybe you'll give him a little less spat next time he has a good idea, too. I'll take that into consideration. Positive relationships, such as respect, create bonds between characters and contacts. The benefits of edge, the negatives of stress, and the effects of story decisions all flow through relationships from one character to another. In addition, deploying characters in positive relationships on jobs together can also increase edge, reduce stress, yield positive trait mutations, and even increase XP gains. Cool. So you're out on legwork, meaning I can't do anything with you. We're going to wait on training, I think. Okay, so it was just because Blur had... So if I hit space here to start this interaction, does it wait a day? 13th of March, 2231. Oh, I know what I can do. I can start interaction and then skip forward. Oh, no, that didn't work. All right. Advance the game clock at the regular speed. If an event occurs, the timeline will stop. Advance the game clock at 3 times the regular speed. If an event occurs, the timeline will stop. Cool. Can I just hit, like, space? I can. Event. Should you really be back on your feet, Lemon? Evening, Blur. You're up late. We've all been stewing here. It's been nervous. It's been a nervous wait for you to recover. But look, let me get you back to bed. I'm 12 days out of cyber surgery and riding a wave of pain meds. I'm not going anywhere. I'm fine. I'm just standing here thinking. Like the thing in your spine is thinking? I'm the one thinking, Blur. My new spinal is a lot of things. A quantum crypt, a tactical computer, a quantum countermeasure broadcaster. But it's not some AI floating around in my skull. Sorry, I know. Yeah, I'm thinking. With it. I'll find some time to talk to the others tomorrow. I know I need to calm some frayed nerves. This quantum rider changes nothing and everything. We've all swallowed a big bottle of risk on this one, but it's going to pay off. We'll come up aces, I know it. But you're going to be a stubborn forklift and refuse to go back to bed. We can at least talk shop. What's our next play? Okay, so this just ends it. So Ultratech dropped a response team on the clinic. Right on the roof, nearly on our heads. And another team came through the lobby. So, someone snitched us, but late. Otherwise, they would have just been waiting for us. Could have been someone on the surgical team. I can't square how it could be someone on our team and we'd still be alive. Nah, this isn't one of our own. I sent Dade to figure it out, quietly. Good moves. We can trust Dade with this one. He knows this kind of work is done far from the Safehouse. Have we heard anything from Octane? I'm sure she's eager to hear how things went. Octane called twice while you were under, but the team had agreed to go dark, so I let it bleep. Oh, I let it beep. Honestly, I didn't want to talk to Octane until she could see you're up and in fighting shape. Well, she can wait a little while longer then. I don't know. Not much longer, Lemon. You're a big investment, you know. You can call Octane directly by clicking on the timeline event or wait for her to call by pressing play to advance the timeline. We need a bankroll. We need to test these new teeth on a heist. When Octane offered us the loan, we knew she'd need All right, we knew we'd need hot cash shortly after the operation. We've been saving the forward op just for this purpose. Emil found this one and scoped the facility out. It's a site where McKellen Heavy Industries is dismantling a major operating base in Ward 7 to move it to the new construction site for Ward 11. It's not perfect. We have to hit the base before they've siphoned off all the valuables. Kellen security is still going to be present, but they're not going to be on high alert. But we can dump the files, blueprints, and cubes straight into the black market for United Digitals. Maybe enough to cover most of our first loan payment. And we need those creds. Octane's repayment schedule is very steep. Okay, so we get an op. We get an op that we can go on. Octane doesn't want to talk to us. She wants to hear about her money. Maybe, but we have 2 full weeks before we owe her a payment, so there must be a reason for the calls. Everyone has another agenda, Here in New Boston, yes they do. All right. Let's contact her and figure out what she has in mind. Maybe we can learn something to boot. Enough, Lemon. I don't care what you say. You're going back to bed. Ha, if you insist. I want to be looking fresh to talk to Octane tomorrow anyway. New job. Forward op is ready to be planned in the Command HQ. All right. We got a new mission. Forward op against McKellen Heavy Industries. The McKellen Heavy Industries heavy forward operating base for the construction of Ward 7 has completed its duty. Machinery, equipment, and personnel are being siphoned off to the new forward bases and prepped for the construction of Ward 11 on behalf of Warner Braun Global. The site is still half full of valuables and less than half staffed. It's a good time for a hit. So I got 21 days left. I think, heat burns off at a rate of 1% per day. So is that 1% of what I have or 1% of 100? All right. So legwork's done in 3 days. We get a new message in 6. The forward op has to go off in 21 days. And in 30, our loan payment of 500,000. Okay. So if I enter mission planning, stealth optional, hacking optional. I kind of want to take a hacker with us. Cancels any reinforcement deployment by Sec AI for 2 turns. Or disables all cameras and radar arrays until end of next turn. So this costs 10k. Could be useful if we're in an interesting pinch. This costs a favor. I actually don't know what favors are. All right. So if I only have the alternate path. I don't. All right. We'll do that in a minute. Can I? So we can just click here and wait for completion. Perfect. I kind of like this mechanic. I should have done it in fast forward, but that's all right. It is. I think it's 1 per day. I figured out who made the call cleanly and quietly, as promised. And Ultratech? None the wiser. The Og Clinic's network is a sprawling mess, and they didn't notice one more tap on their trunk line. Well done. Ultratech missed us at my operation by a minute, so this is a perfect time to become only a hazy memory. And the rat? A research led to the biotech division must have seen something outside Dr. Ekman's surgical suite. Got spooked and called a superior. 1. Fatima Bowen. That's a relief. It was just a bad look by some random at the clinic. Should we try to squeeze a little more out of this one? We dodged gaining any heat on this legwork. Heat burns off at 1 point per day, but makes our life more difficult. As our heat rises, target security for our jobs will be stiffer. Some contacts will stop dealing with us, and stress on the team increases. If we feel heat just around the corner, we might want to lay low for a while. Ultratech has already forgotten their snitch, left out to dry. It would be easy to lean on Fatima Bowen. She's an Ultratech citizen, but not in a particularly well-ranked position. Because of her, Ultratech nearly took us out. Find an angle or weak spot, we can threaten and intimidate her to get the leverage we want. It'll take some time, chew up somebody's hours, but it can be done. Let's put the snitch under our thumb. Having some Ultratech biotech researcher in our pocket will eventually pay off. I really don't want to send date on this, but it is only 3 days. Max attempts 3, so we do eventually get guaranteed success. If we succeed, Fatima owes us 3 favors. If we fail, we add 3 days. All right. Let's put the snitch under our thumb. Having some Ultratech biotech researcher in our pocket may eventually pay off. Leverage is always worth it. Go digging. See what you can find. Okay, so if I fast forward, this next event will trigger. Oh, that's so much faster. Yes. I told you. You call Octane or I will have to do it for you. Heh. What do you think? You're my handler? How else do you think anything get done around here, Lemon? Fair enough. You can even punch her in her SIG to the deck. You can even punch in her SIG to the deck. What an honor. All right, here she comes. Let's see what we can learn. Ah, look what the black soup washed up. Lemon went into a sterile operating bay in the Og Clinic. He wasn't swimming in the Boston Harbor. Oh, he took a journey into the black, all right. The Slicer said every new Cybernite dies on the operating table when they are laying the quantum filaments. It's just a question of whether you come back or not. You wouldn't have been the first. I'm standing here, alive and cranking. Your investment didn't die on the table. I've missed you, Lemon. Can I say that? It feels like it's been a long wait. We knew the risks. So you've seen a knight die in Op? No, this is all new to me. Quantum riders are so rare. They're impossible to get. The Slicer, Dr. Ekman, was telling some stories he had heard from other surgeons taking the risk. You were the first Cyber Knight he ever cut up. Probably his last, I guess. What, his last? That sounds ominous. Remember, the Ultratech TAC response team that tried to catch you? Well, they scooped him up. I'm sure their interrogators will make short work of learning that his brother owed a life debt to the cartel. But there isn't anything else he can tell them. It's all set up blind. Ultratech won't be a step closer to you or me after their long chat with the good doctor. Cyberknight quantum riders are impossible to get. So where did you get this one? Nanofabbing is one of the things... one of these things is so illegal, no one even has the blueprints. It's a zombie computer, isn't it? They're all zombie quantum riders at this point, Blur. So yes, it is. Your spinal implant was recently spliced out of the spine of a dead Cyber Knight. And who the hell was that? A knight who died on the job. I got the opportunity to inherit the computer and took it. Now it's yours. All the rest of the secrets of the cartel, and I will not say more. I'm still wondering why you wanted to talk. Our loan payment isn't up for a while. I see your priorities are straight. Let's talk money. You chose to be direct, so I will be direct. You owe me a lot of UDs, more than you'll be able to repay. Please. I'm not here to threaten you or try to ratchet up your interest until the debt is unpayable. I called to make you an offer. I have a job for you. I need you to recover something that has been stolen from me. We do jobs. We do stolen property. What will you pay? I will erase your debt entirely. Whoa. Hold the line. Are you saying that you found an impossible to find Cyberknight's computer, loaned it to us $2 million to install it, and all that just so we can do a job for you? It's a very sensitive matter, internal to D Street Cartel. You'll be going directly against the Syndicate. Recovery is only the first step. The thief is Ghoul, a Syndicate blade who won't easily part with my stolen property. Once you've recovered my property, I need a Cyber Knight, I need you, to sneak it into a secure data center. If we pull it off, you'll drop the 2 mil debt, recover my lost property, hit a data center, and the 2 million UDs are forgiven. Our repayment schedule is 4 payments of 500,000 every 30 days for a total of 2 mil. We knew coming in that the schedule might be impossible to keep. Oh boy. If we complete these jobs for you, you'll promise to tell us everything you know about my Quantum Rider. I need to know who this zombie was in before me. That kind of past doesn't just die with the owner. If you pull off the heists, I will tell you everything I know. It isn't much. I need to know, Octane. All right, we'll do it. We need to see the specs on these jobs, but we'll take your offer. So was this the plan all along? You never wanted us to pay off the debt? If you'd insisted, I'd take the money and find someone else to do the work. I'm glad you can see the business of taking my offer. We're going to need a lot more details before we can promise anything, but we'll look at your jobs. Everything is coming over now. You know how to contact me if you have any questions. Octane's Haven Smokeout is ready to be planned at HQ. Additional conversations and options for each job are available at Command HQ. All right, with the piece of the business concluded, I will leave you to your planning. Well, she's disconnected. By hell, Octane wants us to go up against her D-Cartel rivals? A powerful Syndicate blade like Ghoul isn't going to tip over easily. That's why she called you in, or created you. How do we know we're on the winning side of this? What if Octane doesn't come out on the top? Octane is asking us to go against a member of the D-Cartel, but isn't our 2 million loan really with the D-Cartel? Maybe the D-Cartel doesn't even know about the loan. As the financer, Octane might be keeping us a secret. You're right. Hiding it from Ghoul and every other possible threat or enemy in the D-Cartel. We need this loan forgiven. But even if it lands us even worse trouble with the rest, if it lands us in even worse trouble with the rest of the D Street Cartel. We've only heard Octane's side of the story. We may want our own read on her power plays within the D-Cartel. Where did this zombie spinal computer really come from? I'm not surprised that it's a zombie Quantum Rider. It's been illegal for half a century to nanofab these things. But Octane was hiding something important behind the excuse of D-Cartel secrets. You think Octane might have more about the dead knights than she's willing to say? Absolutely. Maybe she killed the knight to get the rider. Who knows? Or the knight died on the very job that Octane is sending us on. We need to take Octane's offer, but we don't have to take it blind. Someone better start quietly digging into the previous owner of your new Quantum Rider. Used Quantum Rider. Zombied, actually. New to you, at least. Let's just stick with new Cyber Knight's computer, okay? All right, so I've got 2 legworks here. We definitely want to do this one. The learning about the computer's origin, I think, can wait. Nice. So we get 1 attempt. We gain a valuable lead on the origin of Quantum Rider. And if we lose, we gain 20 heat with a 68% success rate. This one is the same. It's the same thing for both? No, they are different. Completion matrix. We learn secrets of Octane's risky position within the D-Cartel. Failure is up to a 7-day risk of injury. So we learn the secrets but run afoul of the soldiers. All right, we're going to send Aaron on that. We need to investigate Octane's power plays in the D-Cartel. I don't like what I'm hearing, but this entire deal with Octane is laid out. The 2 million digi loan was bad enough. This seems worse. It's our best bet right now to loan It's our best way out of the loan right now, so we're going to stick with it. But we're sending you into the field to look for other options. We need you to be thorough and quiet. We need to know what type of play Octane is planning and who her enemies are. The briefing on the job has a lot of detail to follow up on. The Syndicate Blade Ghoul. If it means we get off Octane's hooks faster, I'm all in. But I'll have to be careful asking around any Syndicate businesses. They'll see Brave Star, undercovers, and rats under every move. I did hit tab on that. Oh, so that just tells me what's going on. Cool. Can I send the other legwork? Hacking loot. Against Ghoul. We have a chance of earning almost 100,000 for completing the primary objectives and gaining some trust. If we kill Ghost, we get an extra 23k. And if we get 2 favor with Octane if completed in 12 or less turns. 12 or less, wow. All right, I want to wait until we may end up not having Aaron with us on this next. Oh, wow, that's got 6 days. Dang. All right, let's get Dade back. You look terrible, Zasha. Aren't you due for another treatment soon? If I was still in the UKF, I would have had one months ago. It's not good. I need you at Ace Point. What's the holdup? The chem soup I need just doesn't exist anymore. Nobody makes it. The UKF didn't just ban my neuro treatment. They went after the Farmy Corp, Gans Tech. That's how the UKF rolls. They pulled some kind of hostile takeover, and then they shut Gans Tech down. They considered it a threat to their game. I tried clicking on UKF. I wanted to know if there was more there. But you've done a few treatments since you got out. Where'd you get the chems? My doper, Jurio Drake, managed to score up some of the sludge from the black market just as Gans Tech was being ripped apart. We've been dragging the treatments out as slow as we can to stretch it, which is why every couple months I look like I had a sparring session with a hover truck. Look, I didn't want to bother you with this before, so I didn't say anything. When does he run out of chems? We're pretty much out already. This next treatment, he didn't have enough left to do a whole batch, so he cooked the other half. It's a good thing he's a whiz kid in the nano lab. The UKF really hosed you and then dumped you to die. Me and my entire team. They approved the Ganstech Nero conditioning and let us all get past the point of no return. Then they cut the cord and torched the chem factory. They handed you all a death sentence. If I'd known Drake from my days coming up fighting while I was trying to get into UKF, I'd have been dead already. But, you know, let's see here. We're going to do this one. I was 6-0. My team was going to the top. I was coming in for the belt. I can't really let that go. That's why they shut Ganstech down and cut it all to pieces. The bastards in charge of Ultimate Kill Fight like to pick who wins and loses. They saw that me and my team were going to shake that up. Your entire team was on the Ganstech treatments? Our coach had bought into the new Neurotech. There were 6 of us. I think I'm the last one alive. So that belt still haunts you? Maybe I would have died on the way, left 6 corpses in my wake, 6 bouts. Maybe someday you'll compete again. Not legally. I'm life banned. Not anywhere the UKF is running the event, and they run everything. Nothing we do is legal. I feel like a trash can, and I'm not as sharp as I should be, but I can still run jobs, Lemon. Drake has just finished cooking up the new chem batch before I take the treatment, so I'm sitting tight. Her condition is worsening, and she's gaining the Neuro Rot trait. Like all traits, Nero Rot starts at level 1 and may progress to level 4. A Merc's stress, wounds, story, mission accomplishments, and personal relationships will play a role in increase and decrease of trait levels. If and when Zasha is able to get the chem treatment, the Nero Rot trait will be reduced by 1 level. Depending on her stress and how long the treatment takes to prepare, this may temporarily remove the trait completely or just reduce its power. However, until Zasha is able to complete her treatments, the threat of Nero Rot hangs over her. If it is allowed to progress to level 4, it is fatal. Oh. Well then. Safehouse base management is disabled at this time. I'm sorry, Zasha. That's brutal. All right, what is it? Oh, no. It's not there. There it is, Nero Rot. Something in your brain chemistry is slowly melting your circuits. Negative 15 hit points, negative 4% wound, is that resistance? And negative 5% speed. Oof. That, ouch. I can change everyone's appearance, even still. Just can't change their names. So she's my cyber sword. Vanguard face, cyber knight. Let's do your class training now. Roster.training.unspent training points notification. Whoa! So we have 2 unspent points. I could respec. I can preview. Oh, that's the whole class preview. All right. So, is the stuff that's in... Is this stuff 432? That totals 7. Or do I have to choose the Cyber Knight first? All right, pre-computed advantage. Buff teammates within 25 meters with 8 initiative. Buff a teammate within 35. Takes 3 turns instead of 4. That's immediately. Oh, that's plus 12. And a move point. All right. Reaction and initiative, will and crit, strength and hit points, tech and crit chance, strength and, what was that? Strength and HP, security scramble. Disable a level 1 security device within 18 meters until the end of the next turn. This one is next 2 turns and costs less. Now, what does that actually do? Oh, that gains a charge. Okay. This would be extends the range. Here we go. Increased by 1 turn. So we could get it to a total of 3 turns. Okay. And in here we've got look ahead. Quantum look ahead is a quantum look ahead at a zone 10 meters within 25 meters, allowing prediction of movements of any enemy who passes into the zone until the end of the next turn. Cannot predict targets in active combat. When using look ahead, all targets gain extra -1 initiative and -10 move speed. Again, negative initiative and negative move speed. Range is increased by 10 and gains an extra charge. Okay, what do we got here? Passive talent steamroll. When killing a target, buff yourself and any teammates within 25 meters. This one is interference spike. Centering. Disentangle. Debuff an enemy drone. Jamming its sense kit. I kind of want the security device. I kind of want both of these. So 2 turns. 2 turns. Can do it twice. Nice. Oh, and it shows you each of the outside pieces. Talent limit 5. Deep brain. Heart slot. Okay. Well, we are actually a little over on time today. Next time I think we're going to get legwork done and do the Haven Smokeout heist. Or at least start it. Anyway, I hope you folks enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and checking out some of my other content. And as always, I will catch you folks in the next episode. Stay frosty out there.